So the new trailer for the Rise of Skywalker DLC in Battlefront 2 has dropped. It actually comes out tomorrow, the proper DLC with the new skins and BB-8 and BB-9E, who's not featured here, as new heroes. But I'm just going to do a little breakdown as we go. We start off with just some TIE fighters floating through space. I mean, it looks awesome. And that could be an intro to a Capital Supremacy map, which we know the sequel trilogy is coming to Capital Supremacy in January. But we start off with Finn and his brand new skin that we are going to be getting, and it looks amazing. He hasn't had anything since, like a month after the game came out. He got The Last Jedi update. We actually got Finn as a character. But no, yeah, he's featuring his blue skin. It looks very nice. And we also got our first little look at the spy character who looks around for a second. But we'll get onto that more just a bit later. And then, yeah, this could be the intro to Capital Supremacy map. It might not be. This might just be an awesome cinematic because the game looks a little bit too good, if that sounds right. It's all in-game engine, but it's not the actual intro that we're going to see properly. It'll be a bit lower res. But yeah, we see the First Order dropships coming in like we did in The Force Awakens. And yeah, this is just as the forces enter the battlefront. And then we see the first look at what I believe is the gunner holding a massive minigun. So there will probably be a bit of a tank character, probably a tank killer as well. And it would probably take them a second to charge up their weapon, but that will do heavy damage and obviously the immense fire rate and probably a lot of health to come with it. You've got Finn next to them, and then we get our first look at the spy character, who, completely new design I think. They said they were new species that were coming to Battlefront 2 that we hadn't seen before. And yeah, I have no idea what the species is called, but they're holding a miniature version of what the Stormtrooper has in The Force Awakens, who yells traitor. It's almost like a little hit stick, which, because this is the spy class, I believe that means they'll be very quick and nimble, and then this might even be a one-hit melee weapon, like the bow rifle staff from the first Battlefront or the 2015 Battlefront. Maybe just like that, he's going to have a really fast one melee. But he does also hold a little pistol. It's the pistol that Finn has as his right bumper ability, in fact. So that won't do massive damage because that's not the point of the spy class. You're supposed to be sneaking around, getting behind characters, and then also taking them down with, hopefully, one-hit melee kills. We then get some BB-8 as he just rolls through all of the battlefront. And yes, he is coming as a new character, as a hero as well, so he's going to be extremely strong, which will be very interesting to see how he deals with just a regular trooper, let alone an actual villain like Darth Vader coming up against BB-8. I'm not sure exactly how he's going to attack him, and we don't actually see how BB-8 does damage to any enemies. We don't even see him buffing anyone. We don't know if they gain more health from being around him, or if he has a little stun. We don't see any of that. It's simply BB-8 rolling through the entire battlefront. This is also the first look at this new forest planet. I'm not sure the name of it. I really thought this was Endor when it was shown in the Rise of Skywalker trailers, but it's not. It's supposedly a new jungle planet, and it's coming to co-op on the 20th, which is the first day, I think, in America that the film is showing. In Britain, in England, we can see it on Thursday 19th. But yes, it's coming out just after the film is released, because then they don't want to give any spoilers. Here we get the gunner in action, and yeah, it's just a massive minigun, and they're taking down a turret. You've got the spy in the background, so they will seem to be very important for taking down vehicles. Currently we've just got the exposed weak point at the back, and then also you've got your ion turrets or torpedoes. Apart from that, you haven't got a character who really does a crazy amount of damage, and it looks like the gunner could be that one person, at least for the resistance only. And now we see the aerial troopers who are coming. We see in the Sand Planet in the Rise of Skywalker trailers, and they're going to be able to hover. They'll have a lot more movement around compared to the normal jump troopers that we have, where it's just a burst in one direction. Now you're going to be able to hover here and really annoy people, and you've got a grenade attachment to your rifle, which we also see in action, so you can deal real damage from the skies. They're then just retreating to, I think it's a blockade runner. It's just like the Tantive 4 from A New Hope. I don't think that really plays too much, except it's a kind of a big spectacle moment, so hopefully that's a point in Capital Supremacy that you have to capture. Hopefully that is a command post that we will actually get to experience in the game, rather than just for the cinematic trailer. Then you've got your assaults for all of your classes getting frozen, thrust up, and you already know who it is, and you already know how badass he's going to look, and that's Kylo Ren surrounded by quite a few of his Sith troopers and then just regular First Order officers. And Sith troopers have their own new blaster, which is just going to be awesome to see how it fires and how it plays. But Kylo is wearing his same helmet that he had in Force Awakens, that he started off with in Battlefront 2. except it's been mended back together so you've got the red lines all across it where it's been fixed. And he's also not wearing a hood over his helmet, which is a really nice feature. So he is quite different to the first one we see in Battlefront 2, and hopefully he just doesn't cost too many credits. We get an even closer look at the Sith troopers, and then we get a little bit of the new Rey. Again, she's wearing her Rise of Skywalker outfit, which is very similar to the robes on Jakku, except they're a little bit more Jedi-like, they're a bit smoother, a bit less raggedy, and she's got a hood on the back as well, which I don't think she had in The Force Awakens, or at least she never used it. And we don't get a really close look, but hopefully she's holding the mended Anakin's lightsaber, or Rey's lightsaber, whoever you want to call it, rather than just the original lightsaber that she's using in Battlefront 2 currently. Hopefully they have actually updated it to the fixed version. And that is basically it. I'm gonna leave the rest of this to play without me talking over it, because it's just really awesome, and they're showcasing all of the new skins that they've added recently, and they deserve all of the credit for that. They look amazing, and they're just, yeah, they're so awesome. DICE have done really well reviving this game, so I don't want to talk over too much about that. You get a bit more of Rey and Kylo battling for like a second or two at the end, so yeah, stick around and do watch that, because it's awesome. Apart from that, tomorrow is when the Rise of Skywalker DLC comes to Battlefront 2, and that's with the 4 new classes, 2 on each side, and then the 3 new skins for each of for Rey, Finn and Kylo. And so my work is going to be cut out for me tomorrow. I'm going to be getting videos up on every single one of those, everything new that I can. I currently have just over 80,000 credits, so that should hopefully be enough for at least 2 of the new hero skins that are coming, and it won't cost anything to get the new classes, which is great. So yes, I'll be doing videos on all of them tomorrow, and hopefully you'll join me for that. But leave a like if you've enjoyed this video. Leave a comment saying, out of the 4 classes, who is your favourite one to be? Is it going to be the Spy, the Gunner, the Sith Trooper, or the new First Order Aerial Trooper? Yeah, let me know down below, and subscribe and you know when all the videos come out tomorrow, because there will be a lot of them. So but thank you for watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you next time.